Andrew, fighter, legitimate, badass mother, strong mentality. Sorry, Tristan Tate is a weak link. bro, come on. Tristan,
I say let's run
he got a bad shoulder. He's shaped like a gingerbread man.
Romania is a flat way.
You doing it to him?
The PFL will.
I don't want no beef, but that's delusion.
The Paul brothers versus the Tate brothers. It's happening, and the internet is about to witness a collision of personalities and skill sets that's going to change the game. This fight isn't just another exhibition bout, it's the real deal. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Andrew Tate, and Tristan Tate are all stepping into the ring, and this time, they're not facing a washed-up athlete, a celebrity looking for relevance, or some random opponent. This time, they're stepping up to challenge two of the fiercest fighters on the planet.
Will you and Andrew ever fight the Paul brothers?
So I was asked about this. I'm in good shape now. Could I fight again? Yes.
Andrew Tate, a four-time world kickboxing champion, and his brother Tristan Tate, a highly skilled fighter with a history of dominance, are no strangers to tough battles. They don't need this for money. They're doing it for pride, legacy, and to show the world who truly has the grit to survive the brutality of combat sports.
Yeah, the Jake episode's coming soon. We still have plenty of meat in that podcast. We have a special message for Andrew Tate.
Jake Paul, I will fight you any day of the fucking week.
Let's break down the fighters and why this clash is so massive. When we talk about Andrew Tate, we're not talking about some celebrity who decided to step into a ring for a payday. No, Andrew Tate's reputation in the world of combat sports precedes him. With an awe-inspiring record of 76 wins and only 9 losses, Andrew's career is defined by sheer dominance. He's a 4-time kickboxing world champion, and his victories weren't just numbers. They were messages sent to the world about the kind of power, precision, and resilience he possesses.
He is a talking piece. He is the mouthpiece for the agenda. The people have come along, people who are trying to force a narrative, and they said, look, we need to have some degree of control over the exact demographic that Tate has control over. We're going to use Logan Paul and attempt to use him. And he sits there and just purports the bullshit points of view.
Every punch, every kick from Tate is meticulously calculated, a reflection of years of intense training and an unyielding warrior mentality. But the most chilling thing about Andrew Tate isn't just his fighting skills, it's his psychological warfare. Andrew doesn't just beat his opponents physically, he breaks them mentally before they even step into the ring. His ability to dissect his enemies, get inside their heads, and make them question their own abilities is second to none, whether it's taunting them, insulting their worth, or challenging their very existence.
Logan Paul is a bitch, and I will say that here publicly. If anyone wants, I'll fight him for free. The guy's an idiot.
No money needed to fight Logan Paul.
Logan Paul doesn't believe in any of the things he says.
Andrew knows how to pull strings before the fight even begins. He's not in this for the fame or to boost his ego. He's here to prove a point, and that point is simple. He is a fighter, and no one should question his dominance. Andrew Tate's brother, Tristan, might not be as flashy, but don't mistake his calm demeanor for weakness. Tristan doesn't crave the spotlight the way Andrew does, but make no mistake, he is every bit as lethal. Fewer fights? Sure, but each one carries immense weight.
Talking about his brother Jake, saying
Yeah, Jake told me he was going to be the world champion. I just had to cut in and say, you know, Jake, you're never going to be that. You're never going to get there.
I remember you being a very average kickboxer, telling me you were going to be the world champion. And what did I say? You are going to be the world champion. You are going to be the world champion. And did you become the world champion? You know, what kind of brothers?
Tristan is the sleeper agent of the Tate duo, the one who lurks in the shadows, observing, calculating, and when it's time to strike, he strikes with unmatched precision. He's not interested in making noise or running his mouth. He's here to win, and win decisively. In fact, when Jake Paul bragged about becoming a world champion, Tristan had no problem cutting him down to size. Jake once claimed he would be the next world champion, to which Tristan responded, Jake, you're never going to be that. You're never going to get there. Tristan's quiet confidence and formidable skill set should not be underestimated. By the time you realize the threat he poses, you'll be flat on your back. But here's the thing, the Tate brothers don't need this fight for the money.
An MMA fight between Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Tristan Tate, Andrew Tate.
Really, we're talking about Andrew here. Tristan's not really in this equation. That's like the light work. 10 mil for Andrew, 10 mil for Tristan, 10 mil for you, 10 mil for me.
But here's what they'll say.
I don't need this for the money. You're going to have to slap $50 million for me even to get out of bed. But if you have money, then why is it about the money?
What
It shouldn't be about the money. It should be solely for entertainment and to figure out who's really about it. And we're telling you, We'll do it.
Andrew Tate is worth an estimated $700 million, and Tristan's net worth is approaching $500 million. These numbers prove one thing. They're not doing this for a paycheck. They're doing it to prove a point, to establish their legacy, and to remind the world of their power. On the other side of the ring stands Jake Paul. He's come a long way from being a YouTube personality to a professional boxer, with a record of 7 wins and just 1 loss. Jake has established himself as a force to be reckoned with. Wins over Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva have given Jake some serious credibility in the boxing world, and he's done what many thought he couldn't. He's turned skeptics into believers.
I mean, my brother, maybe, and obviously KSI would die. But people like Jake Paul, I feel like
Jake's career isn't without its controversies. People still question the legitimacy of his matches, accusing him of staging fights and cherry-picking opponents. But there's no denying that Jake Paul has shown that he can throw hands. His boxing skills have evolved from a meme to a reality, and he's no longer just a loudmouth YouTuber trying to stay relevant. He's someone who's taken the sport seriously and put in the work to back up his trash talk. Then there's Logan Paul, the older Paul brother. Logan has built his career on charisma, controversy, and showmanship. Unlike Jake, who's been focusing heavily on his boxing career,
Logan, I've never said his name until now because he keeps saying my name.
Tristan Tate is the weak link. He's shaped like a gingerbread man.
He's had, 6 fights, lost them all. I'm known as a fighter in a way that he never will.
Logan has bounced around between WWE stunts, exhibition matches, and his social media antics. He's charismatic, no doubt, and knows how to sell a fight better than anyone. But when it comes to real competition in the ring, Logan's track record is less than impressive. His fight with KSI in 2019 ended in a loss. And while he went the distance with Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition match, that fight wasn't exactly competitive. Logan's strength lies in his ability to sell the fight and draw a crowd, not necessarily in his ability to win it. His record isn't exactly inspiring, and it begs the question, can he truly compete with the likes of Andrew and Tristan Tate? The Tate brothers don't need the money. Their massive fortunes are proof of that. What they want is respect, pride, and a chance to remind the world that they are among the best. This fight isn't just a payday, it's about legacy, proving who is truly worthy of being called a fighter.
I don't have anything to prove to people like Logan Paul. I am much older than Logan, of course, and my fight career was very, very good. I won something like 30-something of my 40-something fights. Had some very tough battles, lots and lots of wins, European titles, some losses. You know, back in the day before Instagram existed, before everything was, before I was famous, before it gained me clout.
The Paul brothers may be in it for the attention and the money, but the Tates, they're here to destroy egos and show the world the true meaning of toughness. One of the most terrifying things about the Tate brothers is their ability to get into the heads of their opponents. Andrew Tate has a knack for taunting and baiting his opponents into making mistakes. He doesn't just physically defeat them, he mentally dismantles them first. This fight is about testing the true will of Jake and Logan. Do they have what it takes to withstand the mental warfare Andrew and Tristan will bring to the table? Jake Paul might have a loyal fan base, but the stakes for him couldn't be higher. A loss to Andrew Tate wouldn't just be a setback in his boxing career. It would be catastrophic. His credibility, his brand, everything he's worked for would be on the line.
Jake does his backflips and takes his steroids and, makes these big shows about fights. I've never said his name until now because he keeps saying my name. And the only reason I could think he's doing it is for viral hits or viral internet clips. But I have nothing to prove to him.
Jake has carefully crafted an image as a boxer, but this fight with Andrew Tate will test if he's really as good as he claims. A loss could undo everything. Logan Paul is in a similar situation. While he's not as deep into his boxing career as Jake, he still built his career on his persona and his ability to sell a fight. Against the Tates, Logan's bravado might not hold up. The Tates don't care about flashy entrances or viral moments. They're here to fight, and they're going to make Logan and Jake earn every punch.
A lot of talking, and they're fantastic at it. It's why they have a following. They can be magnetic with words, and it draws a lot of people in.
Well, Andrew Tate is was a kickboxing world champion.
Well, was. Mike, he was.
Completely understood, but I'm just saying, I want to play an unbiased standpoint here, so before we call them simply talkers, there is some combat experience.
The fight everyone is talking about is Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate. This is where the clash of ideologies will truly play out. Jake has built his career on media savvy and flashy moments, while Andrew Tate's no-nonsense approach to fighting will push Jake to his limits. Andrew has relentlessly mocked Jake's victories and accused him of staging his fights, challenging him to step into a real, unscripted fight. The animosity between these two is palpable, and when they finally step into the ring, the tension will be unbearable. On the other hand, Logan Paul faces the quiet storm that is Tristan Tate. Logan's ability to sell a fight might not be enough against a disciplined, methodical fighter like Tristan. This fight is personal for Tristan, and Logan might find himself outclassed by a fighter who's all about precision and calculated strikes. At the end of the day, this fight isn't just about two sets of brothers throwing punches. It's about legacy, pride, and a battle of egos. The Paul brothers have spent years building their brand, crafting an image of invincibility. But when they face the Tate brothers, they're stepping into a ring with real fighters, men who have earned their respect the hard way. It's a battle of personalities, a clash of ideologies, and the world will be watching. Who will emerge victorious? Will the Paul brothers prove they have what it takes to beat seasoned combatants like Andrew and Tristan Tate? Or will the Tate brothers remind the world what real fighters look like? One thing is for sure, this fight will go down in history as one of the most intense, high-stakes matchups in recent memory. Okay guys, for the best updates on boxing news, moments, events, and actions, subscribe to Knockout Updates and turn on notifications to never miss out on quality content, and check out our other videos. Until next time, peace out.